Welcome to my GetResponse tutorial for beginners. If you're watching this video, you're going to see a step-by-step complete breakdown and tutorial for GetResponse, the email marketing software. I'm going to be walking you through everything you need to know, including automations, email marketing, and even how to build a landing page inside of GetResponse. So make sure to follow this video step by step as I walk you through GetResponse on my computer. So first things first, how do you sign up for GetResponse? Well, you can sign up for a free account on GetResponse right below this video. I'll go ahead and leave a link that you can click on and it will take you over to GetResponse so you can follow this video step by step. I make sure to update this link with all of the relevant discounts, so you're always going to be getting the lowest price for GetResponse if you use the link down below this video. Once you click on that link, it'll open up a page that looks like this, and all you have to do is just enter in your email address here and click on sign up for free. Once you go ahead and enter in your email address and then click on sign up free, it will take you to a page that looks like this. All you have to do is just go ahead and put in your email, your full name, and a password, and click on create account, and then you'll have your free GetResponse account. When it comes to the different plans that GetResponse offers their customers, you can see that they're actually one of the more cheaper options when it comes to email marketing software. So you actually get with this free plan here, you get up to 500 contacts inside of your email list. So that's quite a lot if you're just starting off as a beginner building an email list for your business. It also includes unlimited newsletters, one landing page, a website builder, and allows you to connect your domain and have sign-up forms and pop-ups. Now, if your business starts growing, you can actually move up to this tier right here, which is the email marketing tier. This is going to cost you $15.58 per month, and this gives you autoresponders, unlimited landing pages, unlimited website builders, and you can do segmentation and email scheduling and integrations and everything like that. But if you really want to take your game up to the next level, then you're going to do this right here. This is the $48 a month plan. This is going to allow you to do the marketing automation and event-based automation, which in my business has helped me save so much time creating automations that run in the background automatically so I don't have to continue to send out emails every single day. So when I first began my email marketing business, I started with this plan right here because I wanted access to that automation. And I recommend if you want to create a business that is more passive and runs in the background, then I'd highly recommend choosing this plan right here because it's going to give you that automation that you can set up emails. And as we will see later on in this video, that automation is going to allow you to run your business on autopilot. And when you first log into your account on GetResponse, you're going to see this dashboard setup. They have a bunch of different widgets here so that you can quickly go to different parts of the email marketing software. So first off, you have the quick actions widget over here. This is going to allow you to just quickly either create forms, newsletters, landing pages, add some more contacts, or even create an autoresponder. And then you can actually customize all these different widgets and add new ones right here at the add new widget section. So we can click on this and this will allow us to add a new widget, and we can choose from any one of these widget libraries. So we could add a workflow one, a conversion funnel, we could add something about e-commerce, we could add a funnels report. So there's all kinds of different widgets that you can add to your dashboard so that you can customize it and quickly go to any part of GetResponse that you want to go to. Some of the other widgets here that I actually use quite a lot are first the newsletter. This is going to give you the stats of your most recent newsletter that you send off to your email list. And then if we scroll down here, this is going to be all of your workflows. And if you want to see your list size over time, this is going to be how many email contacts that you have collected over the entire time that you have had your GetResponse account. So these are very, very helpful. But before we go into all the different function and application inside of GetResponse, first we have to do our initial setup. So what you're going to do is head over to your icon here, and then you're going to go ahead and click on manage account. After you're in here, you're going to go ahead and click on email addresses. This is where you're going to add your personal branded email account. Because when it comes to email marketing software, you cannot use a Gmail account to send emails. You have to use a personal branded account with a domain name. And this is where you're going to go ahead and set it up. So all you would have to do is just click on add email, and then you would enter in your name. This is the name that's going to appear to your contacts whenever they get an email from you. So if we wanted to say, I could say David, and then we could go ahead and just add my email address. So now I have my name and I have my personal branded email address, and then I just click on add address. And then you will see it located down here and it'll say unconfirmed. So now we have to actually confirm the email address inside of GetResponse. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just click on here, and I'm going to click resend request. And what that's going to do is that's going to send an email to my personally branded Gmail account. You should get an email that looks just like this from GetResponse, and then all you have to do is just hit the confirm button. Now that my professional email is confirmed, now all I have to do is just hit the authenticate button, and then all you would do is just copy and paste this text record into your domain host. Now that we have the initial setup done for our GetResponse account, now it is time to show you guys how to import contacts if you have a previous email list on another autoresponder. So let's go ahead and just go to contacts, and then this is going to be a list of all your different contacts, and they're organized within list. First things first, before we add contacts, we're going to create another list. So I'm going to hit create list. I'm going to call this one import for the sake of this video, and then I'm going to hit create. And then you can see the import list show up right here inside of your contacts. Then you go ahead and click on add contacts, and then you select the list. So we're going to do import. And then we want to do upload a file because I have my contacts saved in a CSV file. And then I go ahead and search for the file on my computer. Then you just select your CSV file from your downloads and then choose for upload, and then it uploads it right away to your GetResponse account. And then we can go down here, we can select add and update existing, add only new, or only update existing. So I'm going to go ahead and add and update existing, and then you just click on I have permission to add these people to my list. And then you go ahead and click on next. And as you can see, GetResponse organizes all the names and the emails into lists. You can go down here and you can click on skip columns with a question mark, and then hit import, and it will import those contacts into your GetResponse list. Now that you know how to import contacts into GetResponse, now let's move on and talk about how to actually do email marketing inside of GetResponse. So before you send off your first email inside of GetResponse, you need to make sure that you go over to your icon here and then click on manage account, and then underneath address and time, you need to go ahead and add your business address. This could be your personal address. It just has to be some kind of physical address inside the country that you are sending emails from. After you add that email address, then you can go up here to the top and click on email marketing. This is going to open up all the different newsletters that I have ever sent off to my list, and this is where you actually create and manage different newsletters. So if you want to send a newsletter to one of your lists or to all of your lists, it's very simple. Go ahead and just click on create newsletter here. This will open up the newsletter creation process. Then at the top here, you just title your message. This will not appear to your list, so only you will be able to see this part. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit delete, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a title. I'm going to just call this test for purposes of this video. And then you can actually select the link list. This is the list that all your statistics are going to be based around. So I'm going to go ahead and use that import list that we did before. And then I'm going to go down here and submit my subject line. And then right here, you can choose what email address you want to send from. So I can have either david@davidideal.com, or I could have david@incomecured.com. I'm going to stick with this one, and you can also select a reply to email. After that, you can add your subject line, and this is the subject line that your email subscribers will see every single time they open up your email. So I'm going to just go ahead and call this welcome. Here's your freebie. After you enter in your subject line, now it's time to just select the list that you want to send your newsletter to. So I'm going to hit add recipients, and I'm going to click on import list, and then just add that one. And then we're going to go ahead and design the message. So click on design message, and this is going to open up all kinds of different templates that you can use for your newsletters on GetResponse. What I like to do though, is I like to just create simple newsletters so it comes across as easy to read for my audience. I'm going to go ahead and just click on existing messages, and I'm going to select one of my existing messages, which is just a blank template. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on that one there. And as you can see, it'll just populate it with a blank template. So all this is just a text box, and then it has my name and information down here at the bottom. After that, I can select this and I can add any kind of text that I want to. I can bold parts of my email newsletter, and I can also add hyperlinks. But if I want to, say, add an image to this blank template, then what I would go ahead and do is I just hit this backspace here, and then I would just go ahead and add a block. So we want to add an image block to this newsletter, so I'm going to drop it down right here, and I can actually select an image from my computer to add to this email newsletter. So you can do that with all kinds of different things. So let's go ahead and delete this. You can do it with text. You can add a button. You can add a video. You can add a spacer, divider. You can add socials, or even some custom HTML. So there's a lot of different options that you can use inside of a blank template, and that's what I recommend doing when creating your newsletters. Once you're happy with how your newsletter looks, go ahead and just click on the next button, and that's going to save your newsletter as a draft. You scroll down and GetResponse gives you a couple different options. They give you click tracking. You can do e-commerce tracking if you are selling different things inside of the newsletters, or you could track links with Google Analytics. I like to just do click tracking, and then after this you can actually schedule it for later. So if you want to send it off maybe the next day or later in the evening, then you can hit schedule for later, and that will open up this. Or you can click on send immediately, and that's going to send off your message as soon as possible. But there's also this option down here, which is perfect timing. And what GetResponse does is they analyze which contacts of yours opens up emails at a specific time, and then they send this message around that time so that it will almost guarantee that you get better open rates inside of GetResponse. So I like to use that sometimes, and that's called perfect timing. Then you can either save it as draft, or you can send it a message. I'm going to go ahead and save as draft because I don't want to send this message off to a list that has nobody in it. So I'm going to click on save as draft. Now that you know how to send off email newsletters inside of GetResponse, let's go ahead now and talk about creating landing pages inside of GetResponse. So go ahead and just click on create landing page. And it's going to take you here to all these different templates that you can choose from in order to build a landing page. I like to use the build from scratch. So I click on show templates, and then I select one of these scratch templates, which is blank and doesn't have any kind of logos or information like that. So I can really tailor it to my needs. So I go ahead and select this one mostly because I like to have some kind of email opt-in page for my landing pages. So then I can go ahead and just call this whatever I want. I'm going to call this import just to stay with our list and our theme for this video. And then you can take a look at the different thank you pages, and to me that's just fine. And then you have the landing page here. So then you go ahead and click on next step, and this is going to allow you to actually customize your landing page step by step. So what I want to do here is I want to get rid of the brand logo, so I'll just delete that. I'm going to get rid of this picture placement here, and then what I'm going to do is click on this here, and I'm going to slide it up. And same for all of this. I'll just slide it up to the top. So I can place my bold headline here. I'm just going to say join our newsletter. Then I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this text to more of a black so it stands out. And then after that, you can actually edit all of this stuff here. So I'm going to say join our newsletter. Perfect. Now that we have our sub headline down, I'm going to go ahead and change this color once again to black so that it stands out. And then you can, if you want to, edit the input buttons here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and just click on this download button here and change the text for that because they're not downloading anything. They're just going to a newsletter. So I'm just going to say join here. And then now that we're done creating this, we want to go ahead and check it off on mobile. So let's go to mobile, and then this is what it's going to look like on mobile viewers. And then we're going to go back to the desktop, and we want to go ahead and just edit the thank you page. So click on the thank you page here. Once again, we'll delete the brand logo. We'll move this up. We will delete this, and then we'll move this over to the center. And this is just going to be a quick congratulations, telling them to check their email address because that's where the newsletter is going to be at. So we'll delete that, and then we'll just say check your email for the first newsletter. So I like to keep my thank you pages really simple because we want them to go over to their email newsletter to check out the first one that we send them. Then just go ahead and check off the mobile version here, and that's what it's going to look like on mobile. And then now we are finished designing our landing page and our thank you page, so I can go ahead and hit next step. And this is where they're going to give you all kinds of different options for SEO, landing page URLs, subscription settings, and all kinds of different things. So first off, you have your page title. I'm going to leave it as import. You can even add a description for search engines, so I'm going to skip that for now. Or you can even say don't index in the search engines if you would like that. Then you can go ahead and edit the landing page URL that GetResponse actually gives you for free. So that's going to be your domain name, and then this is going to be your subdomain. So I'm going to just go with GetResponsePages.com. I'm going to call this subscribe. And then if you want to, you can actually add your own domain, but I'm just going to leave it like this using the subdomain that GetResponse gives us. And then you can go down here and you can choose a list that you want to add your contacts to after they submit their email inside of the landing page. So we want import, and then you can decide if you want confirmed opt-in or not. I like to turn that off because it sends them an email asking if they'd like to join the list. I don't like to do that. I like to skip that just to have single opt-in. and then you can add to any cycle of the day. This is for your autoresponder. So if you create an autoresponder that has this list inside of that responder, you can add them to any cycle of the day. Then you can choose which thank you page that you want. So we're just going to keep the default thank you page. And then you have all kinds of different things like analytics and remarketing, Google Ads, conversion tracking, and even a chat window that you can add for GetResponse chats. Now that we are finished with this, we can go ahead and just hit publish, and that's going to make our landing page go live. And as you can see here, you can actually click to view your landing page. So I'll just click on that just to view it. And this is what our landing page is going to look like. And as you can see, you can enter in your name, your email, and you can hit join there. And it's going to add all those contacts to that list that we programmed in the previous step. So now we have imported contacts, we've built our list, we've set up our GetResponse account, and we've learned about newsletters. So now let's go ahead and talk about autoresponders, and then we'll follow that up with automations. So if you want to use the autoresponder, you can create autoresponder right here, or you can go up to the tools section and then just click on autoresponders. Now you can actually build autoresponders inside this space on GetResponse. So you can see that if you want to send automatic emails over a specific period of time, then you create an autoresponder message, and then you can add more of them to create a series. Now I personally don't use autoresponders because I find that automations are way faster and way more detailed when it comes to engaging with your audience. But I will just quickly show you how to create an autoresponder message. So just click on create autoresponder. You can name the autoresponder, so this is not going to appear in your messages. This is only for you to see. So you can call this something like day 1, and then you can link the different lists. So we'll just click on import, and then you can select day 0. So this is going to be the same time that they signed up. So if they signed up through that landing page that we just created, we could call this day 0, same time as setup. And then you want this to be sent on all these different days, or you could say, I only want it to be sent on Monday through Friday. So you have that option there. Then you can select your email reply to and from list. And then this is where you add your subject line and your content, just like we did inside of the newsletter portion of this video. So you can add a subject line there, and you can add a message here. And then you have all these different tracking settings just like you have inside of the newsletter. Once you're done with that, you just click on save and publish, and that will be the first day of your autoresponder to your audience. Now let's go ahead and walk you through how to create an email automation. This is probably one of the biggest reasons why I signed up for GetResponse and why I use them daily inside of my email marketing business. It's because of the automation function. It allows you to create different kinds of segmentation and allows you to send off emails to certain parts of your list and then not send off emails to other parts of your list. So it has a lot of functionality, and it's really great when creating an online business that you want to be completely passive. So first you have to go to the tools section here, and then you're going to go ahead and click on automations. That's going to open up this tab, and as you can see, I've created tons of different automations. I have automations for my free courses. I also have an evergreen automation, and my strategy with this is I actually create all kinds of different automations for all of my landing pages and email opt-ins, and then I send them all to the evergreen automation, and that's just a continual automation that never ends. So it's always going to send emails to my list as long as I continue to add emails to that automation. So let me just go ahead and show you how to create a workflow. So first things first, go ahead and click on create workflow, and that's going to create an entirely new automation. GetResponse actually gives you tons of different templates that you can use if you don't want to create your own template. So you can do a customer retargeting, you can do a welcome automation, you can do a basic email course. But I like to always do the build from scratch because it gives you the most amount of flexibility when it comes to creating automations. So click on Start Now, and then it will open up this section, which is the automation creation part of GetResponse. So I just go ahead and click through this and then hit that button. And then you can actually name your automation. So we're going to just call this one Import to stick with our theme. And then we want to do a start process. So the start process is going to be when somebody subscribes to one of our lists, and that list is going to be the import list that we created earlier. So just hit on subscribe, and that's going to start off this automation. So every time somebody subscribes to the import list, they are going to receive these automation emails. So just click on select the list and go to specific, and then we want to go to import. And then if you have contacts that are already on this list, say we imported contacts to the import list, then you can turn this on right here, and this will include contacts who already exist on the list before the workflow starts. That's a really great method if you want to include people who are already on this email list. So I like to go ahead and turn that on. And then now you can actually add elements to the list. So this is where we actually create the automation flow inside of GetResponse. So we already have our condition trigger. This is every single time somebody subscribes to the import list, they're going to be added to this automation. Now we have to add the elements. So what you could do is you could actually add a wait series. So we're going to say somebody subscribes to the import list, but we want to wait at least 1 day before they get an email from us. So all we have to do is just drag and connect, and then it highlights that 1 day, meaning that that is now active inside of our automation workflow. Now we can go ahead and send a message after we wait for 1 day. So just drag that over there, connect this, and now we can select a message to send. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new message just for this automation. So I'm going to go ahead and click create new message, and then that's going to open up the message design. It looks a lot like the email newsletter design. So we'll just create a title for this. So we're going to call this day number 1. And then after that, we're going to select the list, and that's going to be import. And then we're going to have the subject line. It's going to be welcome. And then now you can select a message. So I'm going to just select, for the sake of time, one of my previous messages. So I'm going to use that template right there. And I'm going to hit next. And as you can see, now we have our subject line and our content already set up. Now you can just click on save and finish, and it will automatically add that message to our automation. So right now our subscribers will subscribe to the import list. Then they will wait 1 day, and then after that they will receive day number 1 message inside of their email inbox. Now you have a lot more options for elements that you can add. You can add a custom field, you can copy them to a different list, you can move them to a different workflow, you can also remove contacts, you can wait, or you can even set tags. So if you want to say somebody reads this message and they click on something, then you can tag them with a specific tag that will then segment them into a different part of your list. An important thing to remember about automations is your contacts will stop going through your automation if you end on a message. But say if we want to keep this automation going, like we want it to be evergreen, and we never want this automation to stop, we can drag over a wait and we can connect this, but instead of having it be 1 day, we can actually say that this is going to be 300 days. And that's going to allow us to keep this automation going forever if you want this to be our evergreen automation. And then if you want to come back, say in about a month, and add a new message to this automation, then all you have to do is just go over to the add elements, select send message, drag it over here, connect it, but then what you do is you just change the time to 1 day, and then that will send all of your people who are on this part of the automation to this send message section right here. So that is how you create automations inside of GetResponse. Once you're finished with your automation, go ahead and hit save and publish, and that will make your automation go live. So now you know how to use GetResponse in order to build a landing page, import your contacts, build an autoresponder, send emails, and even build email automations. But how do you actually build your email list? How do you get traffic to your email opt-in so that you are getting contacts to your list on a daily basis? Well, if you want to learn how I actually built my list to over 6,000 people with organic traffic, I recommend that you check out the link down below this video. It's going to introduce you to my #1 recommendation for affiliate marketing training. This is going to teach you how to build an email list on autopilot using organic free traffic, and it's called the 15-Day Business Builder Challenge. It's the same course that I took to learn how to build my email list to over 6,000 people, and I highly recommend it. You get 15 days of pure value videos, and you also get to learn things like how to start a high-ticket affiliate marketing business, how to build a business in under 30 minutes. You get to learn copywriting, lead generation, sales, and there's honestly a ton of value inside of this course. So I highly recommend it. I will go ahead and leave that link down below this video. Make sure to check it out because it is my #1 recommendation for building a solid email marketing or affiliate marketing business. And if you want to get more content from me, go ahead and check out the videos that are coming up on the screen now. I'm David. I create content about affiliate marketing, how to make money online, and I give different kinds of software tutorials like you've seen inside of this video. So go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys inside of my next video.